Hey, what's up guys? It's Foster from SubiSpeed, and as you probably already know from the title of this video, we're going to be talking all about the Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers for the VAWX and the STI. Now, I'm not doing a full installation guide since we've done so many of those in the past. You can go reference one of those on our YouTube channel if you need help with an install. But instead, this video is going to focus more about what it's like to live with coilovers on a daily driver, and is it worth the money? Okay, before I take the WX out on the street and give you guys some driving impressions, I want to quickly show you the coilovers installed on my car. As you can see, these have adjustable camber plates, and that's a really nice feature to have if you're trying to get a high performance alignment where you want some more camber, or just get that factory alignment where you want to zero out the camber. They've also got 24 clicks of damping adjustment, and right now I've got the WX set to 7 clicks from full soft. That seems to be the optimal place for street use. For those of you who aren't subscribed to my personal YouTube channel, I will put a couple clips in of me replacing the rusty factory suspension with these coilovers, but honestly, installation was pretty easy. So what's it like to have coilovers on your daily driver? Well, I've had these Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers on my WX for about 2 months now, and I've been daily driving it to work and back and various different trips on the weekend, and I can honestly say that I really like how these coilovers feel. It feels like a huge upgrade, and the car just drives a lot better. Now, what do I mean by better? The car feels a lot tighter and stiffer, the handling feels more responsive, and I can tell that there's less body roll, and that's due to the fact that we've lowered the center of gravity. So when you load up the outer tire, it doesn't make the whole car pitch over like it used to, it just corners flat, which is a really nice feeling. It inspires a ton of confidence when you're taking corners. So in terms of spirited driving, coilovers are absolutely an upgrade. But what's impressed me the most is the fact that for daily driving, they also feel like they're an upgrade. I can't even believe I'm saying that, to be honest. I think it says something about their digressive piston that they've used in these new Gen 8 500 series coilovers. What that does is it reacts to slow speed bumps, but it also reacts very quickly to high speed bumps. And that means that if you hit a curb or a pothole or something like that, it doesn't upset the car. It's honestly barely noticeable. The roads here in Iowa are not very good, so there are a lot of potholes and just a lot of bumps that you have to go over when you drive your car, and these coilovers seem to absorb the bumps really, really well. It doesn't upset the passengers in the car, and it doesn't upset the handling balance. Another thing about these coilovers is they were really easy to install. They've got locking collars on them now, which is a nice feature to have so that once you set your ride height, it's not going to change. And they come with the preload already adjusted, so I didn't have to mess with any of that during installation. It takes some of the guesswork out of installing some coilovers. Let's talk a little bit about the downsides. Well, really, there's not too many downsides that I can think of. The only thing I can think of is the fact that I've scraped my lip a couple times getting in and out of the driveway and going into some businesses. So that comes with when you have a lowered ride height. You're just gonna have to drive a little bit more carefully, but you do get used to it and you learn to take things at an angle, and then it's really not a problem anymore. The other thing I would say is they're not going to be the cheapest coilovers in the world. They're more of a mid-range coilover, but you get what you pay for, and I think some of the features on these Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers make them leagues above some of the cheap entry-level coilovers. What's interesting to me is the Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers are technically their street-oriented coilover, and then they have a 510, which is a track-oriented coilover, and then beyond that, there's obviously full motorsports coilovers within Fortune Auto's lineup. But I had this car out at the track this year, and it felt really good. So I think even though these are definitely more of a street-first coilover, you can still get away with doing some occasional track days with them. And then if you're gonna go to the track all the time and just do some occasional street use, you might wanna look into getting a 510 or a more dedicated motorsports coilover. But the one-way adjustable coilovers are nice because they give you less to screw up. Sometimes those two-way adjustable coilovers can be too complicated for the average user because you have to adjust your rebound and your compression separately, and it takes a little bit of know-how to set that up properly. So I'd say if you're doing primarily street driving, go with the Fortunato 500s, and you're still gonna get some performance benefits as well. Another nice part is they are fully rebuildable as well. So if you do want to down the road go to a 510 or a more dedicated motorsports coilover and you buy these 500s, they are rebuildable. You can send them back to Fortune Auto here in America. They're located in Virginia, and you can get your coilovers changed to whatever you want. You can also get them revalved or different spring rates or anything like that. And if you have problems, you can always just pick up the phone and call them. So one thing I really like about Fortune Auto is their customer service. So would I do it all again if I could install some new coilovers on the WRX? Absolutely. I've been very happy owning these Fortune Auto 500 series coilovers. They deliver everything I was looking for, and there doesn't seem to be a ton of trade-off. So if you guys are on the fence about getting some coilovers, upgrading your stock suspension, or maybe you've got some coilovers that are more entry-level, these would absolutely be an upgrade over entry-level coilovers as well. So if you're due for some new coilovers or they need a refresh, you might want to consider getting these Fortune Autos. Well, that pretty much does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my honest long-term review of what it's like living with these Fortune Auto 500 coilovers. And it turns out coilovers really aren't so bad for a daily driver as long as you set them up right and you don't completely slam it to the ground. They really can be the perfect suspension upgrade. With that being said, if you guys want to pick up a set of these Fortune Autos, I will put links in the description down below where you can find them on the SubiSpeed website. And with all that out of the way, I'll see you guys next time.